If God wanted to help you, how would he do it? How would God help you? Here's the Apostle Paul in Philippians as he writes this epistle. And it's basically a thank you note to a church that fellowshiped with him and came to his aid. And he writes to them, and listen to what he says. It is good for you to share my troubles. Isn't that interesting? Who wants to share with you in your trouble? They usually only want to share with us in our prosperity, but he said, it's good that you share with me. Moreover, as you Philippians know, in the early days of your acquaintance with the gospel, when I set out from Macedonia, not one church shared with me in the matter of giving and receiving, except you only. For even when I was in Thessalonica, you sent me aid again and again when I was in need. Not that I am looking for a gift, but I am looking for what may be credited to your account. I have received full payment and even more. I am amply supplied now that I have received from Epaphroditus the gifts you sent. They are a fragrant offering, an acceptable sacrifice, pleasing to God. What a magnificent description of what a love offering was described as. A sweet-smelling aroma to God. When you give to help a missionary, to help to support a local church, or some downtrodden believer that is facing hard times, can't pay the rent, can't meet this need. Valley Bible Church for years has given something like $50,000 to $60,000 a year to help people that cannot pay us back, help pay rent, buy food, buy shoes for children, buy gas for a single parent that couldn't make it. What a marvelous, marvelous thing. It smells good to God. And here Paul says, hey, I wasn't wanting a gift necessarily from you, but your gift has supplied my need, and it smells good to God. It's a wonderful thing to be a partner with God in supplying the needs of people. A lot of times when I say God supplied the need, I have yet to have it come on the wings of an angel. I have never had a spirit being bear me money to pay tuition when I was in school. I've had bills due that I had no money, and it came usually by some child of God. I've had them come by my house. I've given people a place to sleep, and when I was making up the bed, they put a $20 bill under the pillow. And in those days, I was so broke, it bought me a tank of gas. God supplies the needs of his people through his people. Ask yourself, am I one of the channels that God uses? Does God channel resources through me to help, just think, to help men like the Apostle Paul, to help a missionary in a lonely, hard place? He says, God is my supply, and he channeled it to the Philippian church, brought it with the messenger Epaphroditus. And I just challenge you, why don't you figure out in your life how much you could be God's instrument to help other people. When you die, you're going to leave it all. We won't bury you in a U-Haul because you can't take it with you. You're not like the pharaohs of Egypt that packed it all in the pyramid. No, no. Only what we pass on and invest in others will smell good to God. Our needs and our greeds, God said he'll meet our need, not our greeds, but just think if you could say someday, I'll be in your receiving line because God used me to meet your need. And you'll be thanking me, Jesus used you to give me a cup of water to meet my need. What an awesome privilege that God's provisions are channeled even through us.